got a bit of exciting news. Well, exciting for me. I'll be back in a minute with a cup of tea. Yeah, g'day. Check this view out. Yeah, this is home for the next 24 hours or so. Yeah, I'm out at Swinging Bridge Reserve in Wee Jasper, camping on the river. One of the people who watch this channel commented that I come out to Wee Jasper a fair bit. I sort of run over here every now and then for a day trip. I never camp over here, so he suggested I camp one night, and I've always wanted to. I did many moons ago at Mickalong Creek, years ago before I started the channel, but I thought I'd come and stay at this little spot. It's Friday night, got out of work a little bit early, and yeah, beautiful day, beautiful weekend coming up. Not a chance of rain, so I'm gonna just enjoy this beautiful spot and this beautiful bit of weather, and turn the brain off for a bit and have a bit of relaxation. So yeah, I'm gonna set up the camp, and there's no trees around, so I'm gonna set up a tarp over the swag, so I don't have to worry about any condensation. And I'll do that with some poles, and I'll show you how I do all that, because it's a bit different. And then I'm gonna set up my swag. I brought up my canvas swag, my non-blow up swag, and yeah, I'm gonna get it all set up, and then I'm gonna go for a wander and check it all out. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so the river's running this way. I'm gonna set up the camp facing sort of downstream, about 45 degrees to the river. So I got my back to the road coming in. This is like an established camp, so there might be other people a bit further up that way. So I'm going to set up so I've got my back to them, so that they don't interfere with what I'm doing, and I don't have to deal with looking at them. So yeah, I'm going to set up the tarp here, and then set up the swag underneath it. So let's show you how I set this tarp up. It's going to be a bit different. Like I said, there's no trees here, so I'm going to have to use poles to hold it up. I'm going to do with a sort of quasi A-frame slash lean-to kind of setup, and yeah, I'll step you through how I do it. Yeah, okay, ready to go. I've got all the gear out. This is what you're going to need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a lean-to shelter. So basically square down onto the ground at the back, and then at the front up on poles as high as these extension poles will go. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Probably the easiest tarp setup you're going to find. Probably easier with a ridgeline, but I don't have trees, as I said. So we're going to set up on the poles. So let me show you how to do it. But first of all, let me step you through what you're going to need. First of all, I've got a 3x3 metre nylon tarp, so nice and light, but perfectly waterproof. So that'll keep any condensation off me. That's just the bag it came in. 2 extension poles, which I've sort of opened up as high as they'll go. I've got 5 stakes, 3 to pin along the back, straight down to the ground, and then 2 to stake out this way, because I won't be walking along there. And I've got 2 glow in the dark ones for that side, because I'll be walking on that side and I don't want to trip over them when it gets dark. And I've got 4 guy lines. I probably only need 2, but I might stake each corner out to 2. I'll see how I go. And if so, I'll grab some more pegs out of my little bag. And I've got a hammer, and I've got a bottle of water because it's red hot. Okay, let me show you how to do it. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to lay out the tarp kind of where we want it, and then we're going to pin down the back with the 2 corners, just nice and halfway, just so we can adjust it as we go. If I come too far over this way, I'm going to be staking it up down the cliff. So I might pull it back that way a bit. Better to try and adjust these things before you start staking it down. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So I'll just take 3 pegs, 3 stakes, and I'll just do the corners for now. You want to pull it reasonably taut along the back. That one will go in the middle when I'm ready. So now what we want to do is lift this up onto stakes. Pretty straightforward, eh? And then we'll guy it out, maybe twice each way. See how we go. So 2 guy lines ready to go. 1, 2. And again, we're just going to put this sort of where we want it. So these have got bowline knots with little loops on the end, and they just go over the top, nice and easy. And then we fall down the cliff, stake it out somewhere. Like I said, we'll adjust all of these when we're happy with it, which I'm not. Close enough. So yeah, same thing this side, but this time I will use glow-in-the-dark tent pegs. So yeah, you can sort of see how it all goes together. This needs to come forward a little bit. Yep, so that needs to sit there. Ouch, that's a bit spiky too. Better not go sleepwalking in the night. Okay, pretty happy with that. Likewise with that one. And then just pin the back down in the middle, and we should be pretty good. No rain, but plenty of sweat falling on the tarp. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of coverage underneath it, but it's not very high. Haven't got much room to play with the extendable poles. It'd be good if they were maybe a foot or two higher and we went a bit steeper with the back, but that's as good as we need it to be, because I'm going to put the swag in there and that'll just hold it up off the tarp will be held up off the swag anyway. The idea is to keep the condensation off the swag, so we should be pretty good. Okay, so not sure how often I'll use this sort of a setup. It's not ideal. It's a bit like the sea fly. It's kind of one you use when you've got no trees around. If there was one big tree, I might have thought about doing a plough point here. But again, we're miles away from any trees. You'd think so, but there's millions of them down there, but you just can't get to them. But yeah, anyway, so that's the setup I'm going to use, and I'll get the swag out and show you the easiest way possible to set up a swag. Yeah, it doesn't get much easier than that. Yeah, pretty good. Whew, I'm stuffed now though. Time for a quick drink. And then I'm going to go for a wander along this river. Probably go that way and see what it's all about. This is the Goodradigbee River, and I'll talk a bit about it later and how it all sort of fits into the the river system around here. But first things first, I'm going to have a drink. I'm bloody stuffed. Oh yeah, the other good thing about having a lean-to tarp like this over your swag, not only does it give you good coverage at the front, so if it does rain or anything like that, I'm still protected and make a coffee and all that sort of stuff. There's a little pocket at the back, a little gap, where I can stash all of this sort of stuff rather than put it in the ute. So yeah, kind of a win-win. Yeah, so it's all there ready to go in the morning when I get around to packing up. But yeah, let's go for a walk, check out this river. I smacked my finger today on the cupboard and cut it open. Got blood on my quilt. Oh well, job for tomorrow. Yeah, this is pretty idyllic. Whew. Yeah, that's the Goodradigbee River. Like I said, it's part of the river system around this area. There's kind of 4 rivers that sort of circle the ACT. Like on the eastern side, you got the Molonglo and the Queanbeyan River, and then the Molonglo flows down through Canberra, and they form the dam. The Scrivener Dam forms Lake Burley Griffin in the middle of Canberra. That's Molonglo River. and that flows down through Canberra and then down towards Uriara, and I've showed you this in a video where the Molonglo joins up with the Murrumbidgee, and the Murrumbidgee basically heads north on the western side of the ACT. And if you know your geography, on the western side of Canberra there's a big mountain range, you know, the Brindabella Ranges, and that's where the Numpties National Park is. So all of those places I go and visit up in those mountains, that's the Brindabella Ranges, and they go down and join up with the Snowies. So it's all part of the Murrumbidgee, the Great Dividing Range. But on the western side of that mountain range is the Goodradigbee River. So when I'm at Flea Creek, I'm at the Goodradigbee River, which is this river. So this comes out of the Brindabellas. So we're on the western side of the Brindabellas at a place called Wee Jasper. So I hope that all makes sense. And yeah, this flows down not too far. As I drove out, you can sort of see Burrinjuck Dam. So this river sort of, it used to, you know, the confluence of this river and the Murrumbidgee River was just near Yass, but in the 1910 to 1920 they built Burrinjuck Dam. So this river feeds Burrinjuck Dam, so the Murrumbidgee comes in and the Goodradigbee River comes in from the south. So that's how it all sort of works, and then it all heads down the Murrumbidgee until it hits the Murray, and then down further until you get to South Australia at the Coorong. So yeah, anyway, that's enough geography for today. It's just nice sitting here and looking at it. It's beautiful water, pretty pleasant. It's only a light little breeze today, so quite enjoying this not too hot but quite pleasant warm weather. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, head a bit further along, see what we can see. Fatso would be very cool if he came out tonight and we got to see him. Yeah, well, I'm back at camp. It wasn't a very long hike. I think I maybe got about 400 metres up the river here before I sort of hit a sort of scrubby dead end. I wasn't expecting much. I was just, you know, really wanting to get down there and just, you know, shut off for a bit. It took me an hour to do that, 400 metres though, I might add. Yeah, it was very chill. Yeah, I do these overnight camps. I don't do these to create a YouTube channel. I do these because I like to shut off. I've been doing it for years, and the YouTube channel is a fairly recent thing. But yeah, it's all part of how I sort of shut the work week off, and it's horses for courses. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly works for me. I come out here and just turn off, look at wallabies bouncing along next to rivers, and that resets me. It's good. Then I can go back and get stuck into another week of work. It's just how I sort of reset, and I like the YouTube things. Just added value to it. I really enjoy the evenings when I'm sitting there with my laptop on my lap, half watching something on TV while the family's doing their thing, and I'm just tinkering away, you know, just editing these videos and, you know, just, you know, playing around and learning things and watching YouTube channels on how to do things a little bit better. And it sort of, you know, it's part of the shutting my brain off as well, because otherwise I'd be sitting there doing work, and I don't want to be doing that at night. So it's it's been a double win. So turning these little overnight camp resets into a YouTube channel. So yeah, I feel like I'm pretty lucky on that front. Yeah, what's the time? It's 5:45. So yeah, I've got a couple of hours of light still. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna just sit here and have my coffee. I might read for a little while and do some. There's another wallaby up there too. Hopefully they're pretty friendly and they come down to the camp. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so I'm going to maybe just read my book for a little while, chill out. It's very cool watching the late evening sun reflecting off the river and sparkling on the trees over there. That's very cool. There's a kookaburra about to go off. No, he stopped. Yeah, one of the people who watches this channel made a comment, sent me a comment the other day. They're from Utah, and one of the kookaburra recordings that you know sometimes pick up bird noises in the background of my videos, and he taped or recorded one of the kookaburras and made it his ringtone to freak out or confuse all these local American friends. So that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, you made my day when I read that. Anyway, I'm going to read my book and chill out. So I'll check in a bit later when I have some dinner. Oh yeah, got to hang this little weird pink thing from my tent pole so they know I've paid my huge $18 fee to camp at this campground. But I guess they've got to make their money, so I don't want people ripping them off. They do a good job here. This is a nice little campground. It's well looked after. There's a couple of drop toilets and no showers or anything like that, but you've got a river. Yeah, good little camp spot. I like it. And Miquelon Creek is huge. It's a big campground. It fits hundreds of people down there, and it's a nice spot too. Because you walk up into this little valley, and there's little sort of little waterfalls and stuff, which is good. It's a great little area. This part of the world, Wee Jasper, back that way, back behind the camera. From Wee Jasper is in that direction. But yeah, there's big caves and things like that. Not that I'm a big fan of caves. They can tend to freak me out, those sorts of things. But yeah, there's some big caves there. So if you're into spelunking, it's a good spot to do it. Yeah, I'm going to read my book and chill out for a bit. I'll see you a bit later. Tucker bag. Yeah, pretty easy dinner tonight. No fires. You're not allowed to have fires in this area, any of these campgrounds, right across the summer. So I think from sort of October through to April, that whole period they shut off fires, which I think is a pretty good idea. We've had lots of rain for the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, big thunderstorms, lots of rain. It's been great. So everything's nice and green. But we're 3 weeks into February, so that's our hottest month. Generally speaking, we don't get much rain around here, and this place is like a tinderbox. So I've got no problem whatsoever with them shutting off fires for the whole of summer. As careful as you can be, you can't be perfect. So very happy to not have a fire. So, and who needs a fire anyway? It's summer. If it's 35 degrees, you don't need a fire to cook. Cook or get something else. You don't it's the same at home. I don't like using my oven or stove when it's bloody hot inside. So I don't know why you need a fire when you go camping. As nice as it is in winter, in summer, no, not all. Anyway, so I got a tuna salad tonight. So I'm going to knock up a Greek salad, and I've got some flake tuna, and I'm just going to chuck it all together and hoof into it. Tomatoes from my garden. This was actually a rogue tomato. This one just popped up in my flower garden, and it's a nice little tomato. There's fish jumping around in the river down there. Apparently this is the deepest part of the Goodradigbee River, right here. It's not a massive river, but yeah, this is the deepest it gets, is right here. So this is where the people come to go fishing. I bought this much feta. The person at supermarket laughed at me. It's actually more than I thought it would be. Smoked tuna. One of my favourite things. That's why I bring a garbage bag that seals. Got my little spice box. Oregano. Love this thing. Pretty good. Yeah, who needs a fire? That's my nod to Rick Stein. More on that in a minute. Got a bit of exciting news. Well, exciting for me. Yeah, so some exciting news. If you saw that end of year review video I did over the new year, where I sort of talked through or walked you through the year that was 2024, I mentioned in there that we were thinking about going over to Japan. We have some plans. We're hoping to get to Japan for a few weeks. I was expecting to only be able to get a couple of weeks of leave this year, and we did go to Europe last year. So, and that was our first overseas trip in whatever, best part of 25 years. And we didn't spend all of the money we'd saved up for it. So we were thinking about going to Japan. Like I said, I was only going to be able to get a couple of weeks leave because we went away for a fair while last time. But as it turns out, I've been able to get the best part of 4 weeks, so 3.5 weeks leave. So we decided to go to England instead. So that's pretty cool. So we're heading up to the UK. And yeah, so this is the end of May and basically most of June. So the same sort of time we were away last year. So we're escaping the Canberra winter to go and spend it in the sunny UK. He says smiling, because it's going to probably rain the whole time. But I don't care, we're going away. So yeah, we're going to fly into London and spend 5 days there, and then we're going to hire a car and just cruise around. So we're going to go over to Cornwall for a few days, and then up to the Cotswolds for a few more days, and then over to, where are we going after that? To Wales. So we're going to go and spend 3 or 4 days in Wales and check out the Welsh coast, which is pretty spectacular. And then up to the Lakes District for a few more days, and then up to Edinburgh, or just outside Edinburgh, staying in a place. And we're up there for 5 or 6 days, and then, no, 5 days we're going up there for. And then we're going to just quickly hightail it down back to London via Cambridge, and then fly home. So we're over there for pretty much 4 weeks, so not quite 4 weeks. So yeah, pretty exciting. But yeah, going to go, when we're in Cornwall, we're going to try and track down Rick Stein's restaurant. I used to watch those lifestyle channel when Foxtel was a thing back in the day. It's funny how TV used to have Foxtel and that was a thing. Now it's no longer a thing. Just like commercial TV used to be a thing. But yeah, I used to watch Lifestyle Channel and Lifestyle Cooking all the time, and Rick Stein was one of my favourites. So yeah, I hope to be able to get a booking at his restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant, and yeah, it's in Padstow, so we'll hopefully be able to get in there. I'll have to probably book it soon, and also mortgage the house, because I suspect it's not going to be cheap. But you only live once, and it'd be cool to go to I don't know, he's probably got half a dozen Michelin stars, that bloke, so should be pretty good. But it'll be a patch on the rest of the trip. Should be absolute cracker. Gonna do all of the wonderful things. And this trip, last time we went to Europe, it was cities and cathedrals and museums and all of those sorts of things. This one will be very much parks and woodlands and lochs and lakes and rivers and forests, which is certainly my cup of tea, literally. So I can't wait. Yeah, we booked it in a heartbeat. We were thinking about Japan, and my wife was planning all the trips and figuring out when to go over there, and where do we go over and try and catch the spring blossoms, or do we go over there and catch the autumn, autumn colours. And I was kind of doing a head in because it was never going to work with leave and busy times for me and busy times for her at work. So, and she was wrestling with that for probably 4 or 5 weeks, and we went and bought all the books, and she trolled the internet and looked at all these things, and then suddenly I got an extra couple of weeks leave. So we made that decision on a Friday, and then went down and booked it all on Saturday, which was a bit daunting. But yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, it's all booked. So all the flights were booked that day. So we were locked in, couldn't change it. And now we've booked all the accommodation except for one night at Cambridge, which we'll probably do tomorrow. So yeah, pretty exciting. So I'm going to have a month's hiatus again. But I was thinking this time I might actually, because I'm going to be out and about in some good spots and walking along some amazing little rivers, and totally different to what the Aussie bush, but I suspect it's going to be just as spectacular for a bunch of other reasons. So I might do a few quick little videos while I'm over there, and show you what I'm enjoying while I'm over in the UK. Yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. But yeah, anyway, that's my exciting news. So I'm going to finish my cup of tea, and then, what's the time? So it's 7:06, so I've got another hour or so of light. Some dude just came down, literally parked right there, and I was thinking, don't you fucking dare. Like, if he parked there, like it's like 20 metres away, and if he parked there, I was looking at him, I would have literally packed up and went home. God, yeah, he had me worried there for a little minute. But no, he scarpered up to the other end of the caravan park, other end of the campground, so that's good. Yeah, if you're observant, you'll notice my car is no longer behind me. Yeah, I was just sitting here reading, and another car pulled up right there. Like, it's literally right there. It's not even over there. It's like 10 metres away they parked. And I was just sitting here looking straight at him, and he got out and wandered around. I thought, far out, here we go. And I was thinking, how do I do it? I can't even drop the awning down to give myself a bit of privacy. And so I thought, oh, here we go, I'm going to have to go home, or pack up and turn it around or something. But he did scoot off. But I thought, what I might do is I might move my car. So I parked my car there where he was parked, and at least if someone comes in now, they'll be on the other side of my car, and I'll have a little bit of privacy, and it'll shove them along a bit. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I guess they realised it was a bit stupid and they left. But yeah, anyway, so I made another cup of tea, and I've been sitting here cogitating, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, so it's 20 to 8, so the sun's on its way down now. So I might bundle up in the swag. Mozzies, I've had a couple of mozzies too, so I might get in and get behind the fly screen and watch a couple of episodes of Silo, read a book. I finished that The Exchange, that John Grisham book. Didn't finish in a very triumphant kind of way. Kind of just petered out, so I was a bit annoyed with it. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, but I tried to read those Silo books because that was what my plan was. Because the series is going to take 4 or 5 years to air, and I thought, I'm not going to be able to deal with it, not knowing what's going on. So I thought I'd read the books, and I tried to read them, but I couldn't get into them. So I ditched those and started reading Harry Potter. Harry Potter's my kind of one of my go-to books when I've got nothing else to read. That and The Godfather. Poles apart, eh? But yeah, so yeah, you always need something to just go to when you don't want to think too hard. Yes, that's what I might do. Get in here and shut these mozzies out and let the sun go down, watch a movie or two, or watch a episode of Silo, and read my book. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything more exciting come. I don't think anyone's going to come and park in the little spot I've left him behind there. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning. There's another tree creeper creeping up these trees. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, well, good morning. Welcome back to Wee Jasper. Beautiful morning. It's time. It's 10 to 7. So yeah, I woke up at 5 and just been lying here listening to the birds. Kookaburra's been going off. There's been some whistlers going. Lots of ducks too. They sort of were going all night. So from about 3 o'clock I could hear them squawking away. So I had a bit of a disrupted sleep. It was pretty good up until about 3 o'clock. Yeah, in fact this whole week's been a bit short on sleep. I've been pretty busy at work and had a few late nights. I usually try to get to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I was well and truly after that most nights this week. And still getting up early, still getting up at 4:30. Now on Thursday night, we went to a Goo Goo Dolls concert. And that didn't finish anything. We didn't get home until 11:30. So I haven't been getting near as much sleep this week as I normally do. So I was expecting to sleep pretty soundly last night, but it wasn't so good. Anyway, yeah, the Goo Goo Dolls concert was pretty good. It's not usually my cup of tea, but yeah, in the world of equity in the car, there's been a fair few Goo Goo Dolls CDs played on our road trips over the years, so I know all their music. And they actually put on a pretty good show. Yeah, all those bands that, yeah, we used to watch. I'm always going to see old bands that I liked 30 years ago. And they're all old men now, so they're not played in pubs, they're just old like me. Yeah, that's pretty good. And yeah, no, supported by Thirsty Merc, who I'd never even really had much to do with, so I didn't know much of their music, but that was pretty cool too. But yeah, so that was Thursday night. It's quite good. Yeah, well, as for today, I'm going to finish my coffee and get myself woken up proper. A lot of people came in last night. I went for a bit of a wander a bit earlier before well, it was still dark, and there's people camping all the way along this campground. It goes their way down. So yeah, pretty popular spot. But I'm going to get up and pack up, and then instead of heading back into Canberra, I'm going to head up towards the Murrumbidgee River. There's a big bridge that goes across the river there, and when we came through here the other day, it was super picturesque. It was beautiful, but we didn't stop, so I'm going to go and stop there and go for a bit of a wander around and have a look, because I never actually stopped and looked there, so that's pretty cool. So I'll do that, then I'm going to head up and head home through Yass. So that's the plan. But first, coffee. No condensation, that's good. Yeah, all packed up. Took about 10 minutes. It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to head up the road and show you this river and this bridge. It's pretty cool. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, well, this is the Murrumbidgee River. Last time I came across this bridge this big sort of open area was just absolutely chock-a-block full of water birds, pelicans, cormorants. There was spoonbills, everything, just amassed around here, and it was magnificent. But we didn't stop. We just kept cruising through and went through to Yass. So I was hoping it would be the same today, but there's not much here except for a couple of ravens and a few fairy wrens and a few black ducks. So yeah, but also you can't get down there. There's no easy way of getting down there, so I was going to be disappointed one way or the other. So yeah, I guess that's it for this little video. Hope you enjoyed coming out with me to Wee Jasper and the Swinging Bridge campground. I really enjoyed the chance to push pause for a bit, and I hope you did too. Yeah, out in beautiful Ngunnawal country, great part of the world. That drive out here is really something special. We quite often come out here just for the drive and have a coffee at Wee Jasper and just relax and then head back home. So I'm going to go and enjoy that drive now. I was going to go into Yass and grab a coffee, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just head straight back into town and save myself another 20-30 kilometres. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe. How good is the Murrumbidgee?